The room offers itself as complete. Attention has nowhere specific to settle. The room offers no resistance to interpretation. Clarity returns quietly. Coherence no longer requires effort. Spatial logic appears intact. Correspondence has been restored. Cooperation reduces attention. Agreement feels conclusive. Symmetry often implies resolution. Time feels implicit rather than examined. Grounding feels restored. Visual processes appear complete. Understanding often marks an endpoint. Gradients align with expectation. Recognition resumes automatically. Familiarity can resemble closure. Time feels neutral. The explanation feels unnecessary. The room feels fully described by sight alone. The description feels sufficient. The object itself is modern, pristine, but the shadow it casts seems to carry the weight of decades. Persistence is perceptual. Time fragments across surfaces. Uniformity often signals completion. Objects occupy separate times. Movement can be perceived without displacement. Presence can drift in time.
Coherence requires correction.
The room appears to have reached a stable arrangement. The sequence is reconstructed by observation. Temporal unity is an assumption rather than a guarantee. Predictability reduces scrutiny. Boundaries are temporally negotiated.
Nearness is not spatial.
The present is assembled from offsets. Balance can emerge without explanation. Anticipation can be visual.
Perception stitches moments together.
Moments do not align.
Perception trails events. Timing is inferred rather than directly perceived.
Responses do not occur simultaneously.
Proximity no longer improves clarity. Emphasis has drifted.
Sequence can feel reversible.
When the shadow fails to align with the object, we observe that cause and effect are reconstructed.
Sharpness and time diverge. Proportion feels unstable.
As you can see, the shadow detaches from the backrest. The separation occurs without any movement from the chair.
Motion can be implied without movement.
The window is clearly positioned on the left wall, yet the light gradient runs diagonally across the floor. The orientation cues now conflict.
Duration is visually estimated.
In this unique instance, the shadow density beneath the chair has reversed. Edges no longer correspond. Reflections imply unseen forms. Distance has lost meaning.
Simultaneity is assumed rather than verified.
Coherence can fracture without announcement.
The reflection arrives before the wall brightened, a demonstration that, at times, order can invert.
Surfaces behave as if pre-lit. Surfaces suggest alternate directions.
Surfaces respond predictably to illumination.
Proximity no longer predicts intensity.
Boundaries gain definition through light.
Geometry feels less rigid than expected.
Contrast guides separation. Centering has become uncertain. Light direction shapes spatial reading. The direction of light does not fully correspond to its apparent source.
Small variations accumulate quietly.
The light distribution appears reversed.
Shadows can imply additional structure. The diffusion of the light seems to soften perception. Depth cues feel misplaced. The brightness appears displaced from its origin.
The contact feels irregular.
Uniform objects receive uneven attention.
Depth cues no longer agree.
Perception adjusts quietly.
Balance is often inferred.
Illumination favors unexpected surfaces.
Visual stability often precedes deeper noticing.
Origins are becoming unclear.
Attention often follows brightness.
The room offers itself without requiring interpretation.
Color perception shifts gently.
Materials subtly mirror their environment.
A light oak wooden chair appears, with the shadow extending marginally farther back. Depth cues emerge effortlessly. Symmetry is often assumed rather than measured.
Even lighting is rarely exact.
Reflections suggest spatial continuity.
Orientation subtly shapes perception.
Surfaces quietly register light.
The lighting appears sufficient for orientation.
Clarity can vary within a stable view.
Surfaces respond unevenly to light.
The shadow beneath the chair clearly indicates the position of the light source.
Illumination distributes itself predictably.